When I say earned media, it is content normally about your business that you did not pay for and that is not on your website. So anything that's on your website or your owned channels, like your social media, those are all owned because like you own that content, you posted that there. Earned media would be guest contributed articles. So when we help our clients get articles published in places like Entrepreneur Magazine, we're not paying for that. It's not sponsored content. It's not advertorial. They are publishing it because it's valuable content that is helpful to their readers. So that's earned media. Any sort of press, so journalists interviewing you, writing about you, someone writing a feature, someone quoting you in the press, that's also all earned media. And even things like this, going on a podcast or being on a panel at a conference or being on a webinar, I would include all of those under that category of earned media as well. With everything that we do as a company, we tell clients like, you can absolutely DIY this. You can do it yourself. It just takes a lot of time and building relationships, which we've been doing for 12 years. So we have a lot of the relationships that it takes a long time to build. But what I always recommend is start with trying to get a guest article published. If you have nothing ever published anywhere other than your website, that's going to decrease your chances of a journalist writing about you. So don't start by pitching journalists and asking them to write about your company. Instead, look at small publications in your industry that accept guest posts. A lot of publications will even have like a link normally in the footer that says like how to write for us or how to guest post. Find those guidelines. If they're not there, just find someone's email and write a pitch for an article that you want to write for their site. I say write a pitch because they likely have specific guidelines for whether they use AP style or Chicago style or something completely different. They probably have guidelines on word count and formatting. So if you just go ahead and write an article before you've ever asked them about it, your chances of it getting published are going to be a lot lower. So that's the first thing, is write a pitch, but also make sure that what you're pitching is educational in nature and not promotional. If you reach out to someone and say, hey, I want to write for your website about how my company is so great and why people should work for us, they would never publish it. But if you reach out to Entrepreneur Magazine and you say, I have an article that I want to write on the 3 biggest mistakes that CEOs make in their first month on the job, maybe that's really interesting to them.